Uh, Abstract brainwaves, game genie in the beanie. We ain't on the same stage, leveled up. The epitome of technique, can't survive in my current thought.
Other yellow hat guy here, back with another video. And wow, I had somehow got a few days ago a 100% Verizian 2159. Could have easily thrown it away. Was invited to a remote raid somewhere, and yeah. So let's get into it. Keldeo. Was it worth it? For those of you who only watched the first couple of seconds of the video, no. You can click off the video, I guess. But I implore you to stay and stick around to hear why it wasn't worth it. Alright, so we had this research. It was $8. You heard me complain about it before and give some feedback to Niantic and some insight really on why it was $8. So we'll try to go good, bad, back and forth. Bad, obviously, it was $8. But the good was it was 2 days, okay? It was 2 days, so you had Saturday and Sunday. But then it's like, did you need 2 days to do what they asked you to do? No, you didn't. Now, they did want you to do things that you had to do you could do at home, which to me means if I could do it at home, I don't need 2 days to do it. If I have to get out here and search for things, then I might need 2 days. Niantic is just kind of backwards thinking with some of these things because they look at the time it takes to do things versus the time it takes. But they neglect the time it takes to go out and do things, as if everyone walks outside their house to play Pokemon versus I may need to go out to a part of a downtown or downtown in another city to do all this stuff. So you could tell me, well, maybe they took that in consideration. If you work for Niantic, they took that in consideration. But previous events and instances, situations show that you guys have not. Was this different? Hey, for $8, I should get 2 days. I think that that's fair. If it was only 1 day for these bonuses and I paid $8 and I was only able to do half of it, I probably wouldn't buy it either. But I bought it for you. I believe Keldeo will come back for others who didn't participate in some other event later. Maybe a raid. Possibly some kind of other research that's free that takes a lot longer. I'm not really sure. And those of us who already got it will get candy. And maybe we can use that candy for another version of Keldeo. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. If need be. I say if need be because I don't have the video footage in front of me. But those of you watching the clips, you see that as it transpires. So, man, this lighting, I still got to do something about that. It's like the more I move around, the worse it gets. So, let's see. They started you out with some little things like, hey, catch a certain amount of Pokemon, maybe some great throws. This was really, Mythical Blade was really about battling. They had a special battle type going on here. Let me see if I have the image saved somewhere. They had a special battle type. Here it is. Fighting Cup Great League Edition Remix. So 1500 CP, all fighting types. That was pretty cool. It was different. I don't think I had the best fighting types. I don't think I even really bothered to search if I had better than what they offered. I just did it to do it and see what happens. They did allow you to get credit for winning even if you lost. So that was something good there. Doing the fighting thing, not really my jams, so I can't say it's bad just because it's not my jams. But you didn't have to go outside to do this. So you had to battle the trainers, which I thought, oh, thank God it was the trainers when I finally realized it, and not go after the leaders. I thought you had to go after the Cliff, Arlo, and Sierra one more time. And I was annoyed thinking, now I got to drive all the way downtown for it. This is why it's 2 days. No, I misread, jumped the gun. You just had to train against Candela and the rest, right? So after I took care of them, it got more into the fighting part of it fighting people online around the world and what have you. And it wasn't that bad. You had to do some raids, which I was able to remote for whatever reason. I could not find any raids on Sunday. Fortunately, I was able to do some little, 1-star raids and get that out of the way. Step 5, I believe, you just went right into Keldeo. So then there was 6 and 7, and 7, of course, is just like always. Whatever the last step is, it's just redeeming what you should have got. So we did get some kind of shirt and some incubators. Things that really didn't help me along the way. It's just, hey, you paid for it, so you can use it at a later date. That's kind of how things work. So, to recap, the price was bad. The timing really wasn't that great. But hey, you get Keldeo, the shirts and the items. I'm going to count that as one thing. Keldeo, shirts and the items. And, that's still kind of 2 to 1. So, but it wasn't a horrible event, but for that price, man, that felt like that could have been a community day. That could have been $5 and maybe we'd have been like, it's okay. I could see you not paying the $5, but for $5 it was worth it for, even if it wasn't all that exciting, the items they gave you were more than worth it. In this situation, there's none of that. If I can move my chair in a little more and then maybe move this way. Does that help? I feel like that helps. So yeah, that's everything there. I tried to record this early this morning, but just ran out of time. So here we are now, bad lighting and all. But let me know your thoughts. Did you participate? I know a great number of you chose not to. You didn't want to pay, even with the discounts. iOS, we don't get some of these discounts that those of you with Google Play and Android get. We don't get to see those things. So, that said, a lot of you Android players that I know still chose not to do the event. So we'll see. I mean, you could have gotten it gifted to you, and that's cool too. Some people do that. That makes a good, Christmas gift for some people. Sometimes. So, cool deal. If you got a gift from me, congratulations. That's pretty much everything I have for this video. It doesn't stop there, though. We've got some mega stuff coming up in a few days. They are doing some more kind of Christmas, holiday event thing. Don't think that Community Day was going to be it. No. I told you we were going to get to our goal video-wise because of everything they were coming rapid fire. And it just feels like instead of double XP for Pokemon, they're really wanting you to do XP for these raids. Which, I guess they feel like you could stay inside and use incense and still get double XP, but no, we want you outside in the cold. It's like, why not just make everything double XP, not just the raids? That's the gift that keeps on giving. So we'll see what they do. Maybe that's just part of it and they do something else later. But stay tuned. I will let you know. Be on the lookout. I did talk vacation. I did get that approved today. So for those of you who watch this content and my other content, shout out to you guys. I love you guys. I love all you guys, but I love you guys who do both of those things, because what that does is it helps with the YouTube algorithm. It also gives me an idea of what you guys like to watch here. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share. And it also motivates me to keep making content. So some of you might be like, well, where are you at? Where you been? I've never left you guys for a long time. But there are moments where I have other things going on and I try to check in with you. And whether, like I said, all these years, whether it's 5 people or 500, we would love 5,000 people watching videos, but no matter who it is, I'm just happy to be here to entertain who I can, when I can, however I can. Sometimes we get people who, they're in a bad place in life and they come to the channel or to the streams, and this is a distraction from that. I may give out, feedback on stuff that I'm going through, and it shows you that if I can get through it, you can too. if you just be patient and, keep fighting. Okay? Then we get people who may know more than me or feel they know more than me. May not be their cup of tea, that's fine too. But for everyone else who's just showing support, whether you're somewhere in between those two extremes, thank you. Thank you. I'd be remiss in not thanking you. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to end this. But I look forward to the stuff they've got coming up in just a few days. So we will see you Thursday. Maybe I'll introduce it. We might have a video before it actually pops. So we'll try to talk about it then if there's enough information there. See you in the next one of the Yellow Hat Guy is out. Captain Sensation!